Hello everyone, we are Marie and Ara from Ara Tax, and we are here today to talk about taxes for freelancers in Korea. So this is Ara, and she's a certified Korean tax accountant, and she helps foreigners working in Korea doing their tax returns and foreign-owned companies expanding their businesses in Korea through accounting and tax advisory. And I am Marie, and I own a business in Seoul, and I have a gig income as freelancer, so this topic is very relevant for me as well. So Ara, who is a freelancer in Korea?
A freelancer is someone who has no fixed business place in Korea and works independently. In other words, you do not have a fixed office for business and you do not hire anyone else but render services all by yourself.
So is 3.3% tax everything a freelancer needs to pay?
No, it is not. The 3.3% is called a withholding tax rate. Withholding tax is not a final tax rate, and your final tax rate is decided when you report the total sum of your personal income in May of the following year. The personal income tax rate in Korea ranges from 6% to 42%, and your applicable tax rate depends on your tax base. The tax base is calculated by subtracting expenses from your income.
Very high. I actually didn't know that. I learned a lot from reading your script. I thought it was 3.3.
Oh no, that's a misperception that everybody has. Well, when your volume is very small enough, then you wouldn't notice until So 3.3 looks efficient. But
yes, I always thought it was just flat tax rate.
No.
I was like, yeah, this is great. So how does the 3.3% withholding tax work?
Let's assume you've made 30 million Korean won in a year and relevant expenses and deductions were 10 million. Your tax base is 20 million and the applicable final tax rate is 15%. But don't forget this is progressively applied. So for the tax base up to 12 million won, 6% is the tax rate applied. And any amounts greater than 12 million but less than 46 million, 15% tax rate is applied. Your final income tax is calculated as 1.92 million. So now you may remember that 3.3% was deducted and reported to the tax office for withholding tax. When the top line is 30 million, then the 3.3% of it is 0.99 million. This amount is already paid to the tax office, so it is your prepaid tax amount. Your final tax payable comes out to be as 1.92 million, subtracting 0.99 million, which is 0.91 million.
So do foreigners get a different tax rate in Korea?
Well, actually, all residents are bound to apply the same tax rate. So even if you're a foreigner, a progressive income tax rate of 6% to all the way up to 42% is applied as long as you are a resident of Korea. So a resident is someone who has a domicile or place of residence in Korea for more than 183 days.
So are there any tips to get greater tax refunds? Because every year I get money back from the tax office, but I'm not sure how this works.
Before we talk about tax saving tips, please note that the maximum tax refund you can get as a freelancer is the 3.3% withholding tax, which was deducted when you receive the payment from your client. Income deductions, such as having family dependents, help to reduce your tax base. However, there are very limited ways to reduce tax base as a freelancer. So if your income gets big enough to make you worry about tax payables, I recommend you register the business and start bookkeeping.
As a freelancer, how do you file your taxes?
Well, if you have experience in tax filing in Korea and read Korean, you can file your income tax at home tax through the internet. However, if this is your very first time of tax filing, I recommend to hire a professional tax accountant and get some help. Either way, try to learn how the taxation works in Korea so that you can navigate your financial life while you were here in Korea.
Well, Ara, thank you very much. That was very interesting, even for me. as I have been in Korea for 5 years now and I find it very complicated. So I agree, it does make your life much easier to hire an accountant to guide you. So, well, we hope this video was interesting for you. Let us know in the comments section below if you have any questions. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. We hope to see you again next time because we'll be back with more videos about running a business, taxes, and accounting for foreigners in Korea. See you again next time.
Bye!